Hoi hoi folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. Today we are returning to the Scrawlrbox. So this is the March 2023 Scrawlrbox. We'll open it up in a minute and refresh ourselves on the supplies that we have got. But you might notice I am purple and green today to match the colour of the supplies that we've got. So I said last time that I had an idea for the Scrawler Challenge, which this time is this. There we go, Feminine Energy. And of course the colours that we got were a kind of peachy brick colour, green and purple, which immediately said to me, Disney villain. I mean, I'm basically a Disney villain anyway, but that is what cried out to me. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So let me turn the camera around. We'll get all the supplies out again and I will tell you exactly what we are doing this week. Okay, so here we are. Let's take a look inside to this Feminine Energy prompt. I'm going to pop that up here. I haven't eaten the sweet yet. I will have that. This will be my little treat for completing today's piece. So this is the Art Gecko Bristol board that we've got to work on. These are our ScrawlrChallenge markers. We have the Staedtler Pigment Fine Liner 0.8. And of course we have our Derwent Graphic 2H pencil plus Scrawlzine and stickers and all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to put the sticker up with the rest of the stickers that I've been collecting over the last couple of years. Really should do something with them at some point. I'm going to put this aside. Okay, so yes, Feminine Energy, as I said, there we go. Feminine Energy, as I said, Disney villain. That is what it screams to me. So there are quite a few Disney villains that use purple and green, and well, I think all of them use purple and green, but I'm going old. I'm going the original Mistress of Darkness. She will unleash the fires of hell on you. We are doing Maleficent. So I am going to do a little Maleficent portrait. Oh, I can see here actually, just noticed that has bled through a little bit on some of this. Hasn't bled through onto the next page, important to note, but it has bled through. Right, so I'm going to adjust my camera angles, I think, in just a second, but I'm going to do a sketch with the pencil, just go through order of operations so we're not missing anything. A sketch first with a pencil, then I'm going to do the colour blocking with the ScrawlrChallenge, then I will do the lining and the black sections with the fine liner, and then I might do a little bit of shading afterwards with a pencil. We'll see how that goes. But that's our order of operation, and we know that from what we did last time and finding out that the pigment fine liner actually smudges with the markers, so we want to make sure that we're doing our lining last. Right, I think that covers everything. So I am going to make myself a nice cup of tea, settle in, and start sketching out Maleficent, ready for colouring and inking. So here we are, and I'm sketching out, and this paper is super smooth, which I love. I love Bristol board for sketching out a bit, particularly if I'm going to be doing inking on it as well. So I'm very excited by this. So yes, I'm doing Maleficent. I'm doing Maleficent in kind of my style as well. So I'm trying to go as Disney as I can, but bringing a little bit of me in with a little bit more line decker, a little bit more comic book, a little bit more drag and androgyny as well. I want you to think, is this Maleficent or Maleficent? But yeah, that's my idea for this anyway, because even drag is full of feminine energy, and that is our prompt this month. So the line work is going down super well, and honestly really enjoying it. So you know, every month I talk about price points and value for money and all that kind of thing. So as you may have seen on Instagram yesterday, I put up a new reel to say that I had spoken directly to Scrawlrbox because something came up that I thought I should talk to them about. That actually it was only fair that I talked to them about. And whilst I was having that conversation with them, we talked about a few other things as well, particularly some of the things that I have spoken about over the last several months, for all things Scrawlrbox, and that I've been fairly vocal about. And it was a really interesting and really good conversation. I came away from it feeling very, very positive. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about price and the issue that came up, which is the reason that I spoke to Scrawlrbox initially. The rest of it I'll save for the next Scrawlrbox unboxing. So the sketch is done, and I'm coming in with the colours, so with the Copic markers. Yes, I forgot to press record, which is why it skipped to a green face and finishing off some of the shading there. But the Copic markers is actually the reason that I had to call Scrawlrbox. I feel it's only fair that I let everyone have their say, and I talk a lot about the price of products in Scrawlrbox and other suppliers and anything that I review to make sure that I'm giving a fair and balanced review and my honest review. So I check the recommended retail price of everything, and I also check the price that most things are available for. So this month in the box, obviously we have the Copic Chow, which their recommended retail price, as it says on the menu, is £5.49 each. And then when you actually type this into Google, the first thing that comes up, unfortunately at the moment, is saying that the Copic Chow, their current retail price at Copic, is more than £2 cheaper than that. They're £3.20 something, I believe. So I actually called Copic and asked what the deal is, what's the situation. They said that they are currently running a promotion where the recommended retail price of the Copic Chows has been slashed. So, rather than come to you and say, you know what, the recommended retail price is incorrect, or the price that you can currently get them is incorrect, I actually called Scrawlrbox because as a small business owner myself, I feel it's important for complete transparency and to be fair with these kinds of things. And I'm actually quite frustrated for Scrawlrbox on their behalf because of this, because obviously Copic knew that this was going to be happening, and they have run this promotion at the same time that Scrawlrbox has posted a recommended retail price for these markers. So, yes, the recommended retail price for the Copic markers is £5.49. It will be different across wherever you are. However, Copic UK at the moment, you can get the markers each for much cheaper, so about £2 cheaper. That being said, even at the cheaper price, it still does represent good value for money in the box. You are still getting an equivalent amount for what the box costs. Anyway, now that I've said that, let's get back to the piece that we are working on. By the way, everything else in the box is correct in terms of pricing, so very good month for that. This is a lot of black work, so I went along, and after I put in the colours that I wanted, I just went and lined everything that I wanted to be lined, making sure that I left gaps for the colours to show through. And now, once I've gone through and basically filled in all of the black sections, which is a lot of black for such a small pen, I'm adding a few small details and then coming in with the pencil just at the very end. Lovely to go over markers, any alcohol markers, with pencil and add even more depth. We're nearly done with this one. I've really enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll come at you with a few final thoughts right at the very end, which is coming up now. Well, there she is, Maleficent in all her glory. This was a really fun little sketchy doodle. I really enjoyed doing this. It's fun to get back to some kind of comic booky style inking. I do have to say, however, I really like the Copics. They did really well. Pencil, yeah, it's a pencil, did what it's supposed to do. This pen, the pigment liner, so yes, I have used a lot of black on this. However, as I was blocking in all of these black areas, I think this might be starting to run out. This is not an awful lot of artwork, and I mean that's the size of my hand. It's a small piece. and already running out of ink, which is slightly concerning. But yeah, it's the only real negative with this. The other thing to point out is that the pencil is a little bit difficult to erase from the paper, but just something to be aware of. Other than that, I'm actually really pleased with this. I like doing Disney characters with a kind of bit more of my twist on them, and this was a lot of fun for me. So as always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.